Egypt's home of basketball, the Palais des Sports, for the 26th edition of FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021. It's the last day of the group stage of the tournament with the Group C matchup between Egypt and Senegal. Second game of the tournament for both sides, and Senegal seen as the favorites in this matchup. Egypt have taken that to heart and will be looking to give them a tough time. I'm Saleh Shani together with Usher Komugisha here in the commentary booth, and we've already seen one exciting game earlier with Mali playing against Cote d'Ivoire and just pulling away in the fourth quarter. Egypt will have to play the best game of their lives to defeat Senegal, but you know, anything is possible in the game of basketball. What are the keys to Egypt's success, Usher, especially considering that they're going up against a taller and stronger team? As a shorter team, how do you adjust to that and make sure that you still remain competitive?
Well, for Egypt, they have to try and play to their strength more than attack Senegal at their strength. So this comes down to playing with speed, precision, and really playing that running game. They have to play good defense, try to steal that ball and run the lane. That is what Soraya Degede is very good at, and it has helped them win so far in this tournament and in the past.
Senegal are second ranked in Africa. They went down to in last 2019 AfroBasket. They went down to Nigeria, and they'll be looking to definitely finish first in this tournament. It's going to be a tall order, but this is one step that they have to go over. Egypt is standing in their way as we have the Senegal team lining up. And you know, the last AfroBasket was in Dakar. Had a fantastic time there, and I remember that during the lineup like this, Senegal had the most creative handshakes, like it was an NBA game. Each person had their own individual handshakes. And I was hoping to see that today. A bit disappointed that you're just running onto the floor, Asha.
Well, they're keeping the best for last, and hopefully later in the tournament you'll be able to see that. It is a thing of beauty to see them enjoy playing at this stage.
Then Anyang, you saw her with a secret handshake with Teen Her and Coach Mustafa Guy. She was phenomenal in the last matchup against Guinea. She had a red hot hand and she knew it, making it rain from downtown, and she's a center. So, you know, it shocked me a little bit that she was so confident from the three-point line, but we're seeing the dynamics of basketball change in recent years. Post players are not stuck to certain positions and just playing in the post. They can shoot too, they can handle the ball, as we saw earlier with Laetitia Sahi from Cote d'Ivoire. And now we have Egypt who are getting ready to head on to the floor. Egypt, who are ranked 6th in Africa, are going to have to pull out all the stops in this matchup. They're going to give Senegal a tough time. If I know anything about Senegal and the Cleopatra of basketball on your screens there, Soraya Mohammed, they're going to give Senegal a tough time.
Well, looking at the Zone 5 side, Egypt, they have their work cut out playing against one of the best teams in Africa right now and 11-time record champions. It is a tall order. They know that it's going to be a long day, but they have to take it possession at a time.
One possession at a time is going to be the order of the day. You can't be overwhelmed by the moment, but just take it step by step. Now we're going to have a small pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems of Senegal and of Egypt.
Mesdames et messieurs, bien vouloir nous aider pour l'exécution des îles. L'idée, l'hymne du Sénégal en premier. Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne du Sénégal. messieurs, les gentlemen, l'hymne de l'Égypte.
Back to matters on the floor with the final preparations. Those are the referees for this particular game. Gebeto Walelin from Ethiopia. There's Opeyemi Ogunleye from Nigeria and Haitham Ihaka from Libya. And taking a look at that starting five lineup, no surprises there. Point guard GMA leads the way. Veteran players of Job and Yaksin Job, two Jobs over there. Also Maimuna Diarra. And Lena Nyang will start from the bench today. And saw an exciting game from her last time. Leading the charge is the head coach, Mustafa Guy. You've had a lot of conversations with him, Usher, and we're going to figure out what his game plan is, not just necessarily for this game, but for this tournament after falling to second place in 2019. Starting five for Egypt: Reem Musa, Nadine Mohammed, Soraya Begedi, also known as Soraya Mohammed, Hagar Amer, who led the charge for Egypt last time with 15 points, and Soraya 16 points, and of course El Gadawi, who's a strong and familiar face that we've seen in Egypt for quite some time. They'll be led by coach Ahab El-Alfi, who was with the Egyptian side in the 2019 AfroBasket as well. And in that AfroBasket, they finished in 7th place. 2 wins and 4 defeats. Usher, like I said earlier, you've had a lot of conversations with Coach Mustafa Guy. What is the mentality coming into this tournament and this game?
Well, when you think about Mustafa Gueye and his involvement with the Senegal women's team, it's been a long time coming. He's seen this team grow. He's coached players like Mam Marisi for over a decade, and he understands the pressure that comes with this job, but he is focused, and he's saying that he's going to take it one game at a time. He's going to allow his team to grow into the tournament and take it one possession at a time as well. And playing against a stubborn team like Egypt, it means that they have to be careful on both ends of the court. They're not going to look at themselves as the most decorated team in Africa playing against a team like Egypt, but they'll also want to have fun tonight.
Interestingly enough, when you look at the team-by-team comparison on paper between Senegal and Egypt, it's pretty evenly matched. But again, what you see on paper and what you see on the court might be two very different things. Both sides defeated Guinea by 100 points or more in their first game of the tournament. And with Senegal looking to top their group and get an automatic slot into the quarterfinals, the loser of this game will go to the qualification to quarterfinals round and still have chances to keep it alive, as you just have a few moments here to the tip-off.
Égypte en jeu, le 8, le 7, le 14, le 1 et le 15.
Hello once again, everybody, and welcome to Yaoundé, Cameroon for the Group C matchup between Senegal and Egypt. Diarra looking to get things fired up, tries to put up. That's good defense from Egypt. Musa now will bring the ball up. Soraya Gets it to Musa. Musa. Dish to Nadine Mohammed. You have to keep an eye on the shot clock. Soraya Mohammed fires off a shot just in time, and Egypt will be the ones to draw first blood in this matchup.
We have a long game ahead of us, an interesting and intriguing game that should bring out the best from both sides.
Mamsi Job to the hoop, short. Jara grabs down the rebounds, puts it back up. Can't get that one to fall either. It's a fight for that offensive rebound. Jara's gonna go up again. And my goodness, what a fight to get that basket, but Senegal end up successful. And Egypt have to do the best that they can to box out.
When you see her presence there, Maimouna Diarra, very strong, and Mam Marisi helping her. The Egyptians have their work cut out.
El Gadawi to Mohammed. Mohammed too hard off the board. Rebound by El Gadawi. Great job crashing. And she has the putback as Yaxine Diop brings the ball up. Jara finds her way around Hagar Amer.
Fantastic play there from Maimouna Diarra, formerly played in the WNBA for the Los Angeles Sparks, and she's starting to get that rhythm here today and feeling her groove. And that's what you want your center to have, the confidence in a game like this where her presence will come in handy for Senegal.
I think it's exciting, Usher. That's actually something I didn't know about her being drafted into the LA Sparks. I think it's exciting to see more African female basketball players get into the WNBA. We've seen a lot of representation from South Sudan. South Sudan fielded their first national team in the Zone 5 qualifiers a couple of months ago. And even though did not have a good finish, they finished last in that tournament. But we were all cheering for them. We're all excited for them.
And you say exciting, it's going to be an interesting next 4 years for South Sudanese basketball. Yesterday I was talking to Lindsay Harding, their coach, also a former player of the Los Angeles Sparks, as our teammates, former teammates, does the wonders there. Maimouna Diarra, good presence in the paint. Ranim El Gadawi loses the ball, slipped out of her hands. As we predicted, quick game, look at that. Nice feed off from Nadine. And the finish there from Maimouna Diarra.
She scored 4 of Senegal's 6 points so far. And now GMA will bring the ball out, kick it out to Diop. Diop back to the other Diop. Diop will fire from deep. Can't get it. And they'll call the foul on Diop. As Amer, we'll take a look at that replay. She grabs that defensive rebound and fights to get over Diop. Diop shocked. Foul was called. Senegal are known to be quite a physical team, but not unnecessarily. Soraya out to Amer. Amer loses it. Yaxine Diop there to snatch it away. It's a 2-on-1 situation, but Yaxine doesn't need the help. She'll go all the way for the finish.
And that fake was very effective.
It was indeed Yaxine Diop getting on the boards early, as it's a Diop to Diop affair. Fast break. Mamsi running the floor very well. Senegal do a very, very good job with their transition. As soon as they get that rebound, it's one pass to half court. The next pass is to the cutter for the layup, something that has always impressed me. El Gadawi, big offensive rebound, gets it to Nadine Mohammed for that finish. And Nadine Mohammed had 20 points against Guinea a couple of days ago. And I love that Egypt are not shying away from Senegal. They're being aggressive and they're taking it to them.
That is their style of play, Egypt. They love to take the game to any team that they play. They're not shy, they're fearless and relentless.
Diarra almost loses the ball. And Hagar is gonna pick up her first personal foul.
As Coach Ehab brings in Noor Abdelalim to replace Hagar Amir.
Help me understand this, Usher. As a defender, what could Hagar could have possibly done better in that possession? She had planted her feet. She was straight up like a tree.
Well, the rule is once she moves, whether from support from an opener, it is a foul.
A lot of second chance opportunities for Senegal, and they could not capitalize on that as Reem Musa manages to keep that ball alive. My goodness. Testament to her athleticism, takes the pass, tries to go all the way up. Big rebound. And they're going to call the walk on Diarra, but good offensive possession there for Egypt. Look at Reem Musa. She bounces that ball up from the ground, manages to push it down the other end of the floor. Up goes Nurala Abdelalim. Egypt are letting Senegal know that they're here to stay as we get to the halfway mark of the first quarter. Senegal leading by 4.
And we have 2 changes here, Sar and Sen coming in for Maimouna Diarra. Fresh legs into the paint. Also off of the court is Mamarisi. And that's the thing about quality in depth for Mustafa Gaye. He can afford to make 3 changes and still get the same results. Egypt possession, Nadine passes it to Reem Musa.
Senegal definitely have the deep bench, and Egypt have to manage themselves. Musa from downtown, it's short. Yaxine will bring the ball up, a long pass to Lena Yang, who was hot the last game, and she's looking okay for this one as well. Her gets up on the board, 3 points for her. Timeout's going to have to be called by Coach El Alfi, and they're going to have to make some adjustments. Excuse me, it was a long 2. It was not a 3-point shot. That puts Senegal at 12 to Egypt's 6 points. Now let's head on down to the floor and listen in on the Egyptian timeout.
مش هينفع كل مرة كل واحدة ترجع غلط. نورة الكرة اتلعبت هنا سبرنت. كل مرة بنعمل تيرن اوفر، بنعمل هاري شوت بيجروا علينا في الفاست بريك. كل مرة. الله. لازم هنا آخر واحد سيف تجري خد اللي جاري، أول واحد ياخد الفيرست رانر، الثاني ياخد الثاني، الطويل بتاعنا خد البنت هنا. وبعدين بوكس اوت. عملوا علينا 5 ترايز، عملوا سكند شوت. سكند شوت. ازاي يعني؟ الفايف بلاير بوكس اوت. 5 بلاير بوكس اوت. بعد البوكس اوت يا موسى قبل ما تعدي العب انسايد شويه، العب من 5 هات له رنين انسايد. مفيش اجين كروس سكرين ديها. عايز تيرن اوفر، مش عايز دلوقتي تيرن اوفر بيجوا علينا.
Well, interesting there from the Egyptian timeout as Coach Ehab Alafi tells the players that they need to box out, get Noor to pick the rebound, and there's a fast runner on the lane to lay up easily on the other side. And obviously talking about Soraya, who is the team's fast runner, alongside Reem Musa, the #1 point guard of Egypt. As we resume play here, and it's Egyptian sub. They have the ball.
Usher, don't tell me that you also understand Arabic.
Well, if you stay close to me, you may learn a few things about me.
Oh, you are a national treasure, a crown jewel. We need to keep you close.
Yes, ma'am.
El Gadawi in the post, nice spin move, and that she'll get that one to go. Give Egypt 8 points. And Sen in the game. Yaxine drop, tries to muscle her way to the basket. No good, but you know what? She has that outside shot from Sar. As Musa will push the ball.
The Senegalese playing a full court press here
Yes, they are. But look at how Egypt have spread the floor like that. It is exactly what they need to do in order to get those three-point shots, which they have to make. As we saw El Gadawi miss that one. That's a nice shovel pass to Sen, who can't finish it. Long pass to Soraya Mohammed. Mohammed from downtown. Mohammed gets up on the scoring board with her first field goal for this game. 3 points for her. And now Egypt have crept back, chased down Senegal's 3-point lead for Senegal. And Egypt are just within arm's reach. A quick 5 points for the Egyptian side. The hands of El Gadawi and Soraya Mohammed.
You were asking earlier about what the Egyptian bigs can do in that case. There's not much they can do because the Senegalese bigs are coming into the paint with a lot of energy and they want to make it count as Sar shoots from the free throw line.
Senegal fans, as usual, come out in numbers. It doesn't matter if you're playing in the North Pole, you will always find a Senegalese fan.
And they're missing their #1 fan, Paco, who's always shouting Senegal wreck. He's not here, but hopefully plans are being made for him to come.
It's a wild shot from Nadine Mohammed, and she tries to put it back up again. It's tapped out by Sen.
That's the thing about boxing out that Sen and Yang need to understand. You have to be able to box out the person close to you so that the ball can fall right there. But if you keep tipping, you know, with the hands, you end up fouling actually.
And the great thing about boxing out, doesn't matter what the height differential is.
That's the
As
thing.
long as you get that person on your backside, if they try and reach over you, they will call it as a foul. So when it comes to boxing out, the score is even.
And that was very good defense from Senegal as Egypt also turned to a full court press.
Sar crosses it over.
Unable to finish. Maimouna with the rebound. Loses her pivot and it's a walk.
That was good help defense from Reem Musa. And that's what they're going to have to keep on doing with Maimouna Diarra. She's too tall and too strong to allow any Egyptian player have to take it on their own as Yaxine Diop snatches that ball back. Sar now with another opportunity to score. She loses the ball. It'll be another turnover for Senegal. Their first turnover.
And Coach Mustafa Gaye replaces her for her to catch her breath as Mam Marisi returns to the court.
Mohammed gets it to Musa, who really is a valuable addition to the Egyptian squad at the point guard position. Allows Soraya Mohammed to have the chance to score, but Egypt have to be able to find her. El Gadawi tries to find Soraya Mohammed. What a pass! It's scooped up by El Gadawi. There's a fight for it, and Yaxine Diop will have a 3-2 matchup here. Passes it a bit too late, gets the ball back, and is rewarded for her defensive efforts on the other end of the floor.
Very good eyes from Bintou Diam, as expected of her as a point guard.
Soraya Mohammed from the right wing. Diarra managed to change her shot. She wasn't able to connect on that. Yaxine Diop with another opportunity to score, none taken. She gets it back, kicks it out to Lena Nyang for that three-point shot, and Lena Nyang is 2 for 2 from deep.
And the reaction there from Egypt is what is impressive. Egypt have to take care of the ball better. It's not looking pretty.
Yeah, that's going to be another offensive foul called on Mam Mari as Reem Musa has a breather. And look at the nice save and the kick out for the beautiful shot from Lena Nyang. who has 6 points to her name already. Yaxine Diop will have a seat as checking into the game. Number 4, Mati Fall, homegrown player, currently playing for AS Ville de Dakar in Senegal. Senegal have about 3 to 4 local players on their roster. Saka guy, it's important for him to have that continuity and make sure the local players get chances to play at the highest level of African basketball. That's a good take into the post by Nurala Abdelalim. She's fouled and will head to the charity stripe.
Oh. Yeah. Première faute. Troisième faute de l'équipe de l'enseignement accordé. Premier essai réussi par
Nurala Abdelalim gets the first one to go. Can't connect, and the second foul is going to push the ball in transition. Number 9, Dow also into the game. Lena Nyang gets it to Job out to Dow. Dow drive and dish for Diarra. Diarra unable to be successful in that, and Reem Musa, who has to contend with the tough defense of Mati Fall. And yep, they're going to call a foul on that. Foul a bit too handsy. Both very, very quick players, as Maimouna Diarra goes and gets a little break. Checking back into the game is Umul Sa.
Well, looking at the strategy here, and Dow is the player that has been handed the tough job to guide Soraya Degaidi, and that will obviously come with some fouls during the game. But she looks like she's up to the task, ready to serve her country in whatever role she's called on to.
Lena Nyang off on that three-point shot. First missed field goal for her. Soraya will push the ball, and she's wide open in that wing if she wanted to take it, but no, she kicks it out to Mohammed. Mohammed kicks it back out to Nadim Mohammed. Can't connect on that shot. Dow with the rebound.
And very good movement there, and box out from Marisi, but it doesn't amount to much as there's a walk, and Egypt will have the ball possession.
Reem Musa putting on a show. Wow, you gotta love a point guard who can bring the ball up all by herself, even with that kind of sticky defense.
What she does with the ball after that is what is important, and she loses it. It will be considered as a jump ball. Egypt ball, it stays.
You know, it takes so much energy to bring the ball up like that, and you can see Musa heaving from the fatigue. She had her hands on her knees earlier, and you're right, Usher, once she brings the ball past half court, I think Egypt needs to do a better job of getting the ball out of her hands and making sure that she is not too tired. Musa has a seat, and who else can bring the ball up like that?
Well, Soraya can, but she has other duties in this game.
Exactly. You want her to have enough energy to score, to hit those three-point shots that she's used to hitting.
And this is a game that requires performances on both ends of the court from all the players, especially the guards. Beautiful from Sar, but she doesn't complete it. And also, that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Senegal 21 and Egypt with 15. It's a 6-point game here. What do you think about the game so far?
I have to say that I am impressed with Egypt. I always love it when a team that are considered the underdogs, and I say that with quotations because it by no means says that Egypt is a weak team, but coming up against Senegal, you would consider them as the underdogs, but to see them not take that as something they've already lost in their minds. I think Egypt are a very strong team mentally, and that comes actually a lot from their head coach. I remember yesterday evening they had a meeting late into the evening talking about this game and what they think their strengths are and how to give Senegal a tough time, and now we're seeing it happen. We're seeing the guards take tough shots. Soraya with 7 points already, El Gadawi with 5. It's just the 6-point lead for Senegal, and even though they are the taller and stronger team, Egypt have managed to hold them to 21 points. I think that's what has impressed me the most. Not even the tangibles, but the intangibles, the boldness, as we see El Gadawi there. I mean, she's going against someone who is 6'4", 6'5", and she is still just executing, and that is just so impressive to me.
The standout for me has been the rotation for Mustafa Gaye. He's been able to get the very best from his players. I mean, when you're playing a full court press, you need your players very fresh. But also every time you see Sarah and Sen come on, they, have good energy. They just can't play 3 minutes out. Bring back Mam Marie, bring back Maimouna, and that balance is what has been very central to Senegal's lead at the moment as we come back for the second quarter of this amazing game so far.
Egypt still within reach. And El Gadawi, 5 points for her. Mustafa Gaye, not stressed, but knowing that his ladies are capable of doing even better. Will have Sar inbound the ball. And quick wardrobe adjustments. Matifal will bring the ball up, gets it to Maimouna Diarra. Elena Nyang. Back to Fal. Fal finds Dow at the wing. Dow short. Offensive rebound, Soraya Mohammed, and she'll bring the ball up. Kicks it out to Reem Musa. Musa to El Gadawi. Has a look at the hoop and manages to get all the way. Can't finish it. Offensive rebound by Nurala Abdulalim. And El Gadawi is just one of those players who really does a good job of reading how the defense is playing her.
Gotta love what Matifal was doing there. When you bring down the ball as a big, you need to be able to put it back up real quick with a lot of balance. Otherwise, the guards, they'll take it away.
Oh, that's a good find in the paint for Nadine Mohammed.
Nadine Mohammed has been growing into this Egyptian team at this tournament, and it's a good thing to see away from the traditional names like Soraya Degaibi.
Absolutely, Usher. She had 20 at the last matchup as Nyang misses everything. Soraya will bring the ball up as Reem Musa takes a small breather. Nice pass into the post for El Gadawi. She can't finish it. Behind the back layup. Reverse layup rather. And Sadao now in the pocket. No. El Gadawi gets the ball into the hands of Reem Musa. Nice pass. My goodness. Egypt putting on a show with their transition offense. And we've been talking about Nadine Mohammed tonight. 20 points for her against Guinea in the first game. And taking a look at some of the replays here.
And it is interesting to see Senegal under pressure as Sen and Yassine Diop come back into the fold.
Reem Musa to bring the ball up. 2-point game in the second. Now, all that noise that you're hearing from fans is actually a pocket of about 20 people. It sounds like 300.
That's always the case with Senegalese fans. They always bring the party to any country that their team is playing.
Nabeen Mohammed was fouled on the wing. Now they're going to call a walk on her. As Young goes to the bench, into the game for the first time is Fatou Njai. Also back in is GMA. Wild pass to GMA from Sen. And that's going to be another turnover for Senegal, who are going to have to do a better job at valuing the ball. Musa to bring the ball up. And Soraya Mohammed, I wish you could see that space, all that space in that right wing. Just take her defender one-on-one. Ball almost lost by Abdel Alim. Now it's 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Soraya Mohammed is going to have to throw one up. Almost gets it. Here comes Jackson Diop, floating pass into the paint, kicks it back out for that three-point shot. Sarr with the offensive rebound, and she'll put it up and over the hands as Soraya Mohammed with the fast break on the other end. No time to celebrate.
That is something that Senegal need to learn, that Egypt don't waste a lot of time after they have scored. And that is something that Erhab, the coach, highlighted previously.
El Gadawi fighting to get that rebound. It will go Egypt's way. Take a look at that long pass to Soraya Mohammed for the wide open fast break. You said it before, Usher. Coach Ahab makes sure that everyone is engaged at all times. They have that guard who's trailing at the front court so that once they get the rebound, they throw the long pass and it's off to the races. Soraya with the ball. That's a nice pass into the paint. Good court vision for Soraya. Foul on the floor as Nourala Abdelalim, who's done a good job of attacking the Senegal defenders in this game, goes to the line again to shoot two. Are you surprised, Sasha, looking at this scoreline?
No, we still have a long way to go in this game, like I always say. And look who's here, Paco, the Senegalese fan, a legend. He travels everywhere across the world to support the Senegalese. He was in Kigali 3 weeks ago, and good to see him here in Yaoundé to support the Lionesses.
He's one of those fans who have their own fan club.
Yes, and I belong to it.
Sen kicks it out to GMA, back out to Sarr for the shot. No, she goes for the dribble J, finds Lena Nyang on the cut. And Senegal go back up to a 4-point lead. A bad pass to Norhan Ahmed, timed it wrong.
This is not the time for Egypt to make such passes.
Absolutely not. Yaxine Diop.
Good rebound there from Hala.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, Mohammed creates space for that shot. Gets her own rebound. Tries to put it back up. No foul call. And the ball will go the other way. Soraya will shake it off and keep on going. She's a resilient player.
And there's a substitution there. Soraya blocked and substituted as in comes Reem Musa.
Young, short, rebound, Sen. She'll go up and make it count. And Senegal slowly creeping away from the Egyptian side. Noor gets it out to Musa. Musa finds a wide open El Sharawi in the paint, and they still manage to convert that possession. Musa with her first two-pointers for this game. Jeme back out to Nyang. Nyang is feeling it.
Senegal have been looking for Nyang. She's yet to drop a second one, but they're still trusting her.
Yaxine Diop with a beautiful stroke. Drills the perimeter shot.
Very good reaction there from Egypt, despite the noise from the Senegalese fans.
And now it was Nourallah Abdelalim with the runner, and Egypt just can't lose the confidence that they've been showing us in the first quarter. They need to somehow maintain the energy. Tough to do when your bench isn't as deep as Senegal's. Yaxine Diop, the saw on one side, she does it again on the other, and they're going to have to call a timeout and figure things out. Yaxine Diop with the hot hands, red hot start for her.
Yaxine Diop is one of those crowd players. When she sees them, she gets into rhythm, and she knows it, they know it, and they love to see it. Timeout for Egypt as Coach Ehab El Alfi looks to find solutions to the red hot Yaxine Diop and Senegal. Let's head to the timeout and listen in to what he has to say. Well, looking at the ambience here in Yaoundé, very great to see support for the women's team of Senegal, the Lionesses of Teranga. Can they win a 12th AfroBasket title? The last time they did was 2015 here in Yaoundé, right on this court. And it's been a long time since they won, losing to Nigeria back-to-back in Mali 2017 and 2019 at home in Dakar. As Yaxine Diop steals the ball, passes it to Bintou Diam, back to Yaxine, Nyang, Yaxine, and Bintou asking for that screen from Sarr.
Jeme kicks it out to Yaxine for that three-point shot. She's gonna float it into the hoop, and she now has 10 points in this game. Yaxine Diop is on fire. Another steal for Jeme. Yaxine Diop looking to make this 12 points. Off balance, and she just couldn't pull it off. Didn't have the legs to finish it. It was good hustle from her. As Senegal now with a 10-point lead, 3:30 left at the bottom of the second.
Good movement there from Hagar.
They're not going to count the basket. They're going to call a shooting foul. And taking a look at the replay, Yaxine did her best. But like Usher said, as soon as you lean over the player, they're going to call that foul. But Yaxine Diop, absolutely phenomenal in this game. Already with 10 points and a good amount of steals. There's Usher's favorite fan of all time.
Bako, my favorite fan. I was honored to cover the 2019 World Cup in Dongguan, where Senegal were playing in a very tough group, and he was there supporting them every step of the way against Australia, Canada. It was amazing.
curious to know how he finances his trips. But back to the game action. Sarr manages to keep it alive. Dow to GMA. GMA kicks it out to Sarr for the shot, and they're going to call a travel on Sarr, who has struggled on that front. Unforced turnover for her. And Coach Guy definitely not happy about that. Comes Musa and Egypt to try and cut down this 10-point lead that Les Lions have. Norhan Ahmed almost getting stuck. Hagar, she could go all the way, she does. Bank off the board too hard. And Dow will get it to Diop, who'll kick it out to Nyang. Nyang will kick it back out to Dow. And Diop with a baseline drive finds Sen in the paint, and she mishandles that. Bounces out of bounds. And that was good ball movement from Senegal.
Very good ball movement. And it is a 10-point game with 2 minutes, 17 seconds to play as Egypt look to rotate the ball. Hala, very nice pass there. And able to finish.
It's a good cut from Farida Abdelmadi, and that cut has been working for Egypt. We just need to finish it. They've had at least 3 opportunities, and they've just not been able to close them out.
There's a lot of pressure. Wow. Incredible finish there by Ndao. She literally stretched her hand out and finished to give Senegal a 12-point lead in this game.
Ndao plays for ASV with Dakar as well, and it's good to see the locally based players also contribute to this game. 2 points for her. And look at that nice replay. Dow floats it up over the Egyptian defense with a bank shot. Minute 35 seconds in the second quarter. Hagar, Amer, she's looking to kick it out for that 3-point shot. This time no go. The offensive rebound snatched down by Amer, and the putback, making this a 10-point game. Sen, easy finish.
Beautiful dish there from Mammarisi. As Bintu Jam comes face to face with Rim Musa.
The high-low just doesn't get enough credit when it comes to basketball these days. There's so much that can happen when you have that post, the top of the perimeter, and then you have the low post. Hagar Amer can't connect on that 3-point shot. Diop gets it out quickly. Jeme floats it to Sen once again. And it's Sen again. 2 back-to-back field goals for Senegal.
Great when you have a point guard who is selfless and can dish that ball and make everyone look good on court.
El Gadawi rushed that short, and here comes Amam Diop. Nyang off balance in that shot, and Coach Guy thought that she rushed it. Should have kicked it out for a few more touches. No foul called on that. El Gadawi now decides to kick it out with that 3-point shot from Amer. Amer can't get it to fall. Ball tapped away by Ndao just as the buzzer goes off. And that will take us to halftime. Senegal, who managed to get a commanding lead in the final 3 minutes of that half. Senegal 39 points, Egypt 25. And this is what Senegal is really known for. They give you hope in the first quarter, and you're like, you know what? We're in this. We're in this. And right before you get into halftime, and sometimes you see it happen at the top of the third quarter as well, they pull away.
The good thing about this Senegalese side is they listen to Mustafa Gaye, and everything that he tells them, they are able to implement. And the players know that for them to stay with a place on this team, they have to execute. Otherwise, you're coming off immediately. So there's not time to, you know, have your best player making mistakes and unable to, you know, correct them. And that's what keeps all the players on their toes, and then they deliver.
Senegal 39, Egypt 25. We'll be back after a short break. Now with the ball. Peso offering her a screen. It's a kick out to Peso. Peso was not expecting that pass. Kosa on the other end. She's going to try and go all the way. Peso recovers and deflects that shot. That was good defensive recovery from Peso. Now her third point for the game. Kenya have to recover on the other end. Oh, a wild shot from a number 6, Fernandez. They're going to try and get one final shot off. That'll be at the hands of Sheely. Basket is good. You can hear the Guinean fans shouting defense. That's a big block by Kaba. Soraya, nice feed to find Abdel Nabi. And Egypt are looking very, very comfortable with their offensive motion right now.
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
Good afternoon from Yaoundé, Cameroon. If you're just joining us, it's the second day of game day 3 here at the AfroBasket for Women 2021. Senegal playing against Egypt. Senegal, who are ranked second in Africa, taking on the Egyptian side, who managed to stay within arm's reach, but Senegal managed to pull away just towards the end of the first half. It's been an outstanding performance by Yaxine Diop, who has 10 points so far in this game, but that's not saying enough about what she's been doing on the floor. She's been stealing, she's been hustling, she's been grabbing boards down, and she's been an outstanding force for the Lions. For the Egyptians, they've been hanging in there. No players in double digits so far. Soraya Mohammed has been held to 9 points. Next in scoring on that side has been number 7, Nadine Mohammed, who had 20 points in the first game against Guinea. She's had a tougher time getting up on the boards here against Senegal, and understandably so. This is arguably a top 3 team of this tournament. Senegal are title contenders, and it's an impressive feat in and of itself that Egypt are just trailing by 14 points here at the bottom of the half. But it's been a lot of fanfare, especially from the Senegalese fans, who have made sure we've enjoyed the atmosphere of a packed out gymnasium. As we said earlier, COVID has made things a little bit different for African basketball here in 2021, but all protocols are being observed, and the Federation has been doing a good job of making sure that everyone is kept safe and protected. Usher, what have you liked about that first half?
Well, the intensity from both teams and how serious they're taking this. I mean, you wouldn't think that this is a group stage game, and looking at how competitive all the players are, whoever is given an opportunity to get onto the court is giving 100%, and the coaches know that they can build on that for the second half of the game. But obviously, looking at the consistency of Nyang and Yaxine Diop, for me, is outstanding. As young players, they're taking on the duty that is Mustafa Gaye, giving them a chance after he decided to let go of Astou Traoré and Aya Traoré, veteran players of the Senegal team over the years in the past 1 decade. But also really to see how Egypt are not giving up. They're staying in this one. Yes, it is a 14-point game right now, but they're trying to correct those small mistakes. They're playing good defense, and they're not afraid to take on the most decorated team in African women's basketball.
Absolutely, and taking a look at the rebounding situation here, 21 rebounds for Egypt, 24 for Senegal. That's not too bad if you ask me. 8 turnovers for Senegal to Egypt's 11. Egypt, despite playing a very tough opponent, are making sure that they're valuing the possession. And we've seen Egypt have good looks at the hoop. They have that traditional cut by the guard on the weak side coming across, and they've managed to get the ball inside there quite a number of times, but Egypt have not been able to finish on those plays. And I think if they do that, then they could still continue to, they could still give Senegal a tough time. But no surprise with the scoreline here. Going to be some final words shared by both sides. That's the Egyptian huddle.
اللي تعبنا 2 اوفر ما ينفعش نعمل في هاف تايم 13 2 اوفر صعب كتير جدا. طبعا من 3 لازم تسيب الكرة من ايدك وخديها تاني. العب لي كتير من موشن عشان نخف البريشر اللي علينا شويه، والعب لي كتير من ايجيبت. بس الطوال بتوعي سبرنت هنا في السكرين افتر سكرين سبرنت، اروح في السكرين سبرنت والكات سبرنت، مش عايز اكتر من كده. لازم نعمل عليهم بريشر عالي شويه، ما نسمح لهمش ياخدوا هنا جول بوزيشن.
Soraya Mohammed was leading the way for Egypt. You saw her on her screens right there. Right now she has 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Senegal making it very hard to operate. You know, the negative side of being the star player of your team is that they will really scout you. They will really make it difficult for you to score. And that's not to discourage any star players out there. It just means that you got to work harder.
She has to work harder, and looking at the statistics here, Senegal have 8 team steals, while Egypt just have 1. That says so much about the defense of Senegal, who've been incredible so far as they inbound the ball. And Yassine Diop will be looking to give the ball to Bintou Diem. They've had a good cooperation so far, shared a couple of assists and baskets there. And you can see that we are getting back into the starting 5.
Yes, the starting 5 is on the floor.
That's
right
how
now.
You want to start the game, actually, for both teams, if you look at it.
Jeme with the early attempts. It's scooped up by number 12, Mamari Diop. And Senegal score early and quickly. Hagar gets it out to Mohamed. Mohamed to El Gadawi. El Gadawi, who has played in Egypt's teams for a long time. Kick out to Musa. Shot clock is winding down. She's going to go all the way. Gets it out to El Gadawi. El Gadawi puts it up. Huge rebound for Hagar. Mohamed now with the dribble J. It rattles in. No, pops back out. Taking a look at that replay. Again, Egypt getting some good looks. And they're shooting 37% from the field. El Gadawi with a shot fake, throws it up, no foul call. But she has been hit hard.
Watching the replay there, she knocked Manmary's hip and fell hard on the ground. Coach Ehab Elafi looking on worriedly. That is his star player, all tournament 5 at the Zone 5 qualifiers in July in Kigali. They'll need her to get back up as Coach Mustafa Gay talks to Maimouna Diarra and Ranim's teammates, talking to her, trying to console her, and the team doctor, Kadi, looking at her carefully.
You know, sometimes, Usher, when you see that level of emotion, it's not even so much the pain that causes them to cry like that, but just the disappointment, because you have that strong desire to play for your team, especially someone like El Gadawi. She wants to be on the floor, but then having to be assisted and helped off the court, knowing that chances of you getting back into the game are slim. And you can see that's a hard fall to the floor. And I really hope that she's going to be okay.
It looks like a back injury, but let's see what happens there as she heads to the bench for treatment.
Back to the game action. Pass to Jeme was tipped out. And as El Gadawi gets treatment, Egypt has to move on. The show has to go on. Mohamed with a nice backdoor cut. Diop, great recovery defense. She rotates on that to make sure Mohamed doesn't have that drive. Bring Musa to Hagar. That was a great two-woman play there.
And Maimouna was left to the party. Let's look at that once again. Nice dish. Hagar with a beautiful finish with her left hand as Senegal bring down the ball.
And now 3.6 seconds left on the shot clock. Jeme is gonna call a play. I'm sure they have plays that are ready just for scenarios just like this one. Long pass for the finish. And like I said, they knew exactly what they wanted to do. Mamari Diop looks like she's done that a million times. she runs back limping a little bit. Might have landed long. It's that pressure defense on Reem Musa. Reem Musa kicks it out for another play. Mohammed can't get that one to fall either. And Yassine Diop will go on the other end. Makes it look so easy. Soraya Mohammed was careful not to foul her. And Diop was actually on the court. He had an injury as Hagar throws one high off the glass. Take a look at that read for Yassine Diop. Easy as you like.
Nice, easy finish. As Marie sees helped off the floor. And she's limping. Senegal will have to continue without her.
Great thing about Senegal's team is they have a deep bench, so no Diop, no problem. They'll get someone else filling that role. Diarra with you. The fight for that offensive rebound. Good desire from Nadine Mohammed.
We spoke about bigs bringing down the ball when they get the rebound. They need to be able to hang in the middle of the air. It takes some superwoman magic, but that's the only solution, because when you bring it down, the guards, they try to pull it away and it's a jumble. But Senegal, who are leading by 14 points, have the time to correct that mistake.
They do indeed. Amer gets it to Mohammed. Mohammed tries to find Amer in the post, no good.
Very good hands there from Yassine Diop. Nice
Sar.
1 and 2.
Out to Diop. Diop with a shot fake, baseline shot, and that's her sweet spot. Ball is stolen back by Irma Diem. Yassine Diop decides to be unselfish, kicks it out with the recovery. And Senegal with another opportunity to score. And really, Senegal are spoiled for options when it comes to scoring at times. It's a poor three-pointer from Irma Diem.
And there's a substitution. In comes Nada Messal, who replaces Hagar Amir.
Jimmy taps it out. Good hands indeed. Soraya waves off Nadine, tells her she'll inbound the ball. Good push from Musa. Kicks it out to Mersal, who's in this game. The first time, there's going to be a foul on the floor. Offensive foul on number 35, Majigen Sen. And Sen, that will be her second personal foul. Egypt still looking for the opportunity to score. Sal gets the ball out to Soraya Mohammed. She has 3 seconds left to shoot, and she does. We've seen her make those tough shots. Big rebound and the putback by number 5, Nurala Abdelalim. Huge 2 points for her. Egypt now at 31, Senegal 47, as Yassine Diop picks up her 3rd foul for this game. Mustafa Gaye is gonna keep her in the game. Knows that she knows how to manage her fouling situation. Foul to Diop. Sen wants the ball in the post. Too many white jerseys. Kick back out to Yassine Diop. Sen with the offensive rebound, and Senegal with another opportunity to score. We've talked about this. Cannot allow Senegal to get those second chance points, Usher.
And it is a jump ball and Senegal's ball. They'll be inbounding. And in comes Maimuna Diarra and Nyang to replace Sam and Jem. Matifal inbounds to Sar. Sar drives to the paint, looks for option. And it is a shot clock violation. Very good defense from Egypt. They'll celebrate that small win. And the coach, Ehab, is clapping.
Yes, Marcel Nada really moved her feet well to slide with Sar on that possession.
And that's the kind of help that, needs to come in from, the guard to help the big in that paint.
Kick out to Ring Musa. Musa drives it in, tries to throw it up.
Good block there from Sar and
It was
Maimuna
clean.
with the steal.
Yep, they're gonna call the walk on Matifal. Should have just taken one more dribble.
She had a highway, actually, if you think about it.
Yaxine Diop will go to the bench. Checking in through the game for her is Dao.
Yaxine Diop looked tired there.
I mean, she's really been active for Senegal and in this game. So she deserves to have a seat in that bench, Usher.
Yes, she does. 16-point game as Egypt look to stay alive.
Nadine will kick it out to Masal. Masal back out to Nadine. Nadine with a shot fake. And just creates some space. Good pass into the post. And she finds number 5, Rala Abdelalim, who scores her 5th point in this game. Sar loses the ball, manages to kick it out to Ndao. We've talked about Egypt's defense and how they're doing a great job with that defensive rotation. But when it comes to one-on-one situations, how do you stop the backcourt of players like Matifal?
Matifal playing locally in Senegal, playing at her first AfroBasket. Must be very proud of that effort. She beat the Egyptian defense, and on the other side of the court, Soraya shocked, but she quickly gets up.
I think she wanted the foul, and she clarifies with the referees. But you tickle Soraya a little bit, and she'll go into beast mode. That would be nice to see if she does engage that.
That's a good call from the Ethiopian referee, Fikadu. Sar reached in, but she gets support from coach Mustafa Guy. And Nadine will inbound the ball for Egypt. Nurala back to Nadine.
Nadine tries to take it all the way. She's fouled on the drive. And the trip to the line to shoot 2.
Second foul for Maimuna Diarra. Not bad. Not bad.
She's been managing her foul situation well.
Yes, she's been managing well.
Especially considering her size and strength. Clutch free throw from Nadine Mohammed.
14 team fouls for Senegal. That's quite too much. The coach will need to have a word with them. Smart move there from Sar, who bounces the ball off of the Egyptians. Matifal inbounding the ball, looking for options. Passes it to Maimuna Diarra, back to foul.
Oh, kicks it out to Sar for that shot, and she makes it count. Here comes Soraya with the ball. As Senegal continue to creep away out of the hands of Egypt. It's a good cut by Nadine Mohammed and finish as well.
It's a beautiful finish. And that team chemistry is what is working for Egypt now and will be very crucial in their pursuit for victory today.
Dow misses everything.
That's a desperate shot as Farida runs down the lane. Soraya.
I said it, Usher, you don't want to get Soraya Mohammed riled up. And that's a solid three-point shot for her to make this an 11-point game in the third quarter. Third quarters, which are generally Senegal's strength. They've not been able to pull away decisively from Egypt, and that's another turnover, and Soraya Mohammed with a fast break. Timeout has to be called by Coach Mustafa Guy, as this lead has been cut to single digits. Senegal with a timeout, they gotta figure it out.
They have to figure it out. Let's go over to that timeout and listen in to what Mustafa Gueye has to tell the Lionesses of Teranga.
Quel est le problème que nous avons? Le poste bas. Le ballon au poste bas ici. Toi, je défends 10 sur elle, ou même on défend 10 sur elle. Les arrières, vous laissez la fille couper ici. Bounanda, Oulena, Mati. Personne ne doit couper. Donc, everybody. Donc, faites-nous couper. Mettez les attaques, horse 1, mettez horse 3, mettez cross screen. Okay, mettez down.
Egypt have gone on a run. We've seen them do it from all ends of the floor. First of all, Nadine Mohammed got them fired at. Soraya with the three-point shot, and then Soraya again on the fast break. And it's safe to say that she's just about to engage that beast mode where she checks in, zones into the game. And it all started with that bump she got from Asar there in the far left corner. She threw her that backside look.
Well, obviously, looking at the Senegalese side, they know that this is far from over. It is a 9-point game, but anything can happen. They have to keep possession and try to make it count on the other end of the court.
Diop has checked back into the game. We have a three-point shot from Lennon Young, and they needed it. Senegal needed that.
That's a big three-pointer from Young.
And it's nothing like one of those plays to take the wind out of your opponent's sails. Let's see how Egypt responds to it. Nadine Mohammed dancing at the top of the key. Yaxine Diop giving her no space. Almost losing the ball. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. It's a wild shot, and Egypt managed to keep it alive. Marsal gets it back into Mohammed, and Mohammed.
Good steal, good hands from Nyang as Bintu Diam
She's looking down the court. Yaxine Diop shot fake to the baseline. We know what she can do from that spot right there. And make no mistake, she's as reliable as they come at the baseline. 16 points for her, shooting 63% from the field. Soraya Mohammed is trying to get an angle to take a shot. She finds it, she takes it, no good.
She has to look for that shot at the right time.
Jeme. And that would have been tough for Egypt to recover from if Jeme had knocked down that three-point shot. Now Abdel Nabi with the ball. Gets out to Nassau. Nassau feeling it. Can't hit that three-point shot. Nassau try to get the offensive rebound. Lena Nyang has to take on her defender. Tapped out by Mam Diop.
Well, Egypt are too desperate with the three-pointers. They need to take it easy. Unless they have a clear shot, they should look for the easy twos and look to bridge that gap. But otherwise, the back-to-back turnovers are not looking good for them, especially if Senegal score on the other end of the court. There's a video review there as Fikadu from Ethiopia looks on the screen alongside Opeyemi Ogunleye from Nigeria. It's been rather an intriguing game. What has stood out for you in this third quarter since that halftime break?
Just that halftime break, I'd have to say, you know, as we take a look at some of the highlights here, we've seen Senegal go on a run, and then Egypt respond to that run with a run on their own, led by Soraya Mohammed, and just the level of competitiveness in this game is something that has been exciting to watch. Both sides hungry for it. Senegal not getting into a point of comfort comfort that they had in Guinea when they were playing against Guinea. I think that's the great thing about African basketball on the continent, especially at the women's level. We see a lot of surprises. We saw that with the men's AfroBasket earlier as well, when the Egyptian side didn't do as well as they hoped. But basketball is a game of surprises. And Usher, I know you and I are looking for the first upset in this tournament, the first Cinderella story. Nothing has really come across clearly in that regard. But it would be great to see an upset here with Egypt taking on Senegal. Still plenty of time left in the game, even though there are just 40 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Interesting there that has been counted. So 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter as Egypt have ball possession. Farida loses the ball. Nyang. And it is a basket. Good. Wow. Senegal really looking good as they try to maintain a double-digit lead.
Tough move.
Big rebound from Yassine Job. Runs down the lane, passes the ball to Bintu Jam. Dishes to Ndiaye. And she steps in the line. Egypt ball. As Ranim El Gadawi returns to the action on the court, and Nurala Abdelalim takes a rest. Ranim will inbound the ball, looking for options. Soraya Jagaidu it is. Tells her teammates to go. And Ranim.
El Gadawi. She could go all the way, and she does. Nice runner from El Gadawi.
Basket as she returns, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter as Mustafa Gaye comes to the court to talk to Ndiaye and tell her this is a very crucial time in the game to be making a turnover. Mustafa Gaye, known to express himself, has a good relationship with the players, and he needs them to seal the game early enough and not to be complacent, because Egypt before have overturned a 25-point lead deficit. Actually, they're playing against Cameroon in Dakar, and they overturned a 25-point deficit. So anything can happen with this team. One full quarter is a very long time for Ehab El Alfi's side. As we look at the statistics, 1 for 13 behind the arc. It's been a quiet day for the 11-time champions. What are you looking forward in this fourth quarter?
I think checking into this fourth quarter, 15-point lead for Senegal. Senegal have to make a statement. This is a team that's a title contender. This is a team that's going to be going up against other teams like Nigeria and Mali, and to dance and play around with the scoreline with a team like Egypt that is not as well equipped personnel-wise as Senegal is. For me, it's not something that's extremely acceptable. So Senegal have to make a statement coming into this fourth quarter. You know, we've seen the key players like Yassine Diop, who now has 16 points, come to the fold. Lena Young, 12 points for her. But it's a joint effort. When you're looking at some of the strong teams of this tournament, you've got the top 6 players. All of them can score. all of them can put up double digits. And right now, we only have 2 players in double digits for Senegal. So I am really looking to see Senegal make a statement. And I think Mustafa Guy, that's one of the things he intimated to the players as well in that stoppage between quarters.
The selfless spirit there is showing. Even if you don't have points, you can play defense. And we see that with Bintou Jam, the #1 point guard for Senegal.
El Gadawi making things happen. If you remember, she fell down hard earlier on in the game. It's good to see her back on the floor. GMA finds Jara on the drive. She's fouled before. Oh, the basket is good?
Basket
is good.
Oh, Fikadu says no.
Seems that she was fouled on the floor before she gave that pass to for the finish.
Well, a lot of support from the Senegalese fans. Maimouna Diarra to the basket, fouled, and she holds on to her leg as her teammates help her back up. It's a 13-point game with a lot of time on the clock.
She gives a thumbs up sign to Mustafa Guy and letting him know that she's okay. It's just a hard spill. Taking a look at the replay there. Yaxin Diop now at the wing. She's going to kick it out to Diarra with a shot fake.
Who picks her own rebound, goes back up, fouled, no call.
That was good defense from Egypt, Usher. She had 3 defenders around her.
They put up their hands and did their best.
Great, great play from Egypt, and we've talked about it time and time again. They have to finish. You have to reward the feeder and get that basket. Ranim El Gadawi, granted she had a tough defender on her, but we've seen that play over and over again with Egypt, and they have to reward themselves. This time they do. Nadine Mohammed scores Egypt's first point here in the 4th quarter. GMA almost goes out of bounds. Yaxin Diop tries to get her own rebound, but she stepped on the line. You have to admire her efforts.
She's a fighter.
Minute and 15 seconds gone by here in the final quarter of this 2nd game of the day. And Senegal, who are looking to finish top 2 in this tournament. If they do, they advance to the qualifying tournament for the FIBA World Cup taking place in Sydney, Australia later next year. And that's something solid to play for. Soraya Mohammed with the floater. Yes, banks it in. Soraya Mohammed, who has come alive in the 2nd half, 16 points for her. She had 9 in the first. And she's shooting an impressive 80% from inside the arc. GMA.
Her last 2 points of this game, she's been selfless and trying to play with her teammates all day.
Kick out to El Gadawi. El Gadawi makes it count. My goodness. Ranim El Gadawi hit hard, injured, had to be helped off the floor. She's back here and she's making a statement. And that's gonna be 10 points for her. Take a look at that. The no-look pass from Mohammed. El Gadawi fires.
You were talking about rewarding, and that is El Gadawi rewarding Soraya Degadi as Senegal have possession.
That's excellent defense from Egypt, and they'll be looking to convert here. Nadine Mohammed with the Euro step. It was an excellent move, just couldn't finish it. El Gadawi tries to recover, but Ndao is just a couple steps ahead of her. And Senegal now with a 20-point lead And this is the statement that we talked about earlier, Usher, that Senegal have to make and let Egypt know who the top dogs are in this tournament. Nadine Mohammed does a great job of getting her way to the hoop, can't finish it. Just a bit too short and have a 3-on-1 situation. Sar can't finish. El-Gadawi, Hagar with the rebound. Abdelnabi will bring it up, gets to Mohammed. El-Gadawi in the low post. Manages to drop it in. And she's frustrated about something. Usher, can you read lips?
El-Gadawi feels that there could have been contact, but she needs to play on, as the coaching staff keeps telling the players. Now will have to make better decisions there, as Bintu Jem is replaced by Matifal, and Nyang comes on for Dow. Very athletic 5 for Senegal on the court. As we get back to the action on the court, Sar to Nyang. Nyang attempts the 3, and it drops! Beautiful finish there. Timeouts for Ehab El-Alfi as Egypt look to stop the rhythm of the Senegalese. Look at that again. Nice play there for Nyang to go and finish from behind the arc. And it is an 11-point lead for the 11-time champions. Let's head to the floor and listen to what the Egyptians are saying.
هنا جم 5 ثواني والشوطر نازل. نلعب زون، الشوطر نازل 89 قلب مان تو مان. واول ما تستلمش تستلم وتاخد سكرين. هارد هيد. مين اتعمل سكرين هنا؟ هارد هيد يا رنيم، هارد هيد يا رنيم في وشها. ايه الوحيد اللي بتشوط؟ لا، ندخل سكرين للاخر. ركزوا للاخر. تاني رجع. عبري الكرة عشان وقت خط الضغط. كل مرة كان عاوز ازاي بتاخد خالص مرتين خط الضغط. عاوز شوية.
Let's look at some of the statistics in this quarter. Both Senegal and Egypt opting not to really shoot from beyond the arc. They're going to make this an inside game for the fourth quarter. Just about 6 minutes left to play here. 11-point lead for Senegal. And they've not been able to shake off the Egyptians. Still plenty of time to do so, but the Egyptians are given a very, very good fight as Hagar now at the top of the key gets it to El-Gadawi. El-Gadawi tries to take Sar one-on-one. Throws it up, misses everything. Here comes foul, back to Diop. Diop kicks it out to Sar. Sar back into Diarra. And have a whistle on the floor. Ball will go back the other side to Egypt. Senegal have to value every single possession. Nice backdoor cut. And the pump fake. Look at the moves from number 12, Farida Abdelnabi. Sar wide open. And we talked about recovery defense. You can't have a great play like this right here and then not recover on the other side and make sure your opponent doesn't score.
Especially at this point in the game.
Amer manages to keep the possession. And now we have a tough shot, put back finish by El-Gadawi, who has been phenomenal in this game. Sar loses focus for just a second and Hagar taking the heat from Coach Elafi.
Hagar, one of the senior players of this Egyptian side, is expected to deliver on both ends of the court with no excuses whatsoever. And that is why Coach Ahab is speaking to her like that. And she does. She rewards him.
Whatever he said, it certainly worked. And like you said, Usher, you know, she has to understand the responsibility as a senior and veteran player. I think Coach Elafi told her to just be more aggressive. Timeout has to be called by Senegal, as Egypt have cut this lead to 7 points. Usher said it earlier. They've come back from a 25-point deficit before. Egypt is not a team to be messed around with, and Senegal are going to have to make some adjustments. Timeout called. Let's head to the bench and hear what Coach Guy has to say.
Je vais jamais demander de compter sur la balle. Vive le backdoor. Plus de solidarité. Maintenant, elle est un post-up. Fermez et ressauter. Fermez et ressauter. Ne laissez pas 100% one-on-one. Fermez et ressauter. Allez, let's go.
Senegal have led in scoring in all of the 3 previous quarters except this one. Senegal have scored 9 points to Egypt's 15, and that's how Egypt have been able to shave down this lead bit by bit. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, and we've been in for a treat today, Usher. We saw an exciting match earlier today. This one is also looking like it's going to be a nail-biter.
Yes, it's going to be a nail-biter. It is 7 points separating these two great sides. As Soraya Mohammed comes down with the ball, passes it to Nadine. Nadine looking for options to Farida.
Farida now manages to find her way to the hoop. She's blocked by Sar. Ball stays with Egypt. And Farida, who has come alive here in the 4th quarter. Seen great output from her. A lot of confidence to drive to the basket. Soraya Mohammed is looking for options. Throws it away. That was good pressure defense from Senegal to make sure that ball wasn't inbounded so easily.
And it is a blind pass. Soraya very disappointed with herself. And she'll look to make up for that on defense as Nyang inbounds the ball to Jem.
Well, you know how the game of basketball is, Usher. The game always goes on. You can't get hung up on a turnover or something you felt you could have done better. Yaxine Diop can't get that 3-point shot to drop. And here comes Soraya with the ball, gets it to Amer. Amer, spin move, is fouled on the way up, and that's what she has to do to get into the heads of Senegal's defense. You either take it to them and draw that foul as Sen picks up her 4th foul.
Watching the replay there, Hagar taking the ball to Sen, who fouls her. And Sen will stay on the floor as Hagar shoots from the line. Drops it. 60 points for Egypt. 6-point game. And we have a game on our hands. 5-point game as Bintou Jem brings down the ball. Yaxine Diop.
We surely do have a game on our hands. Diop now won't take that 3-point shot. Pass fired into Sar. Sar kiss off the glass. Clutch. Field goal for Sar. And it's back to 7 points lead for Senegal. 3 minutes to go here in this game. Farida gets it into Hagar. Hagar wants it back. Farida loses the ball. Jimmy will now push it on transition, gets it out to Lena Nyang. Nyang draws in that defense, back out to Jimmy for the perimeter shot. It's not good. Hagar manages to save the ball, chases it down, long pass to Nadine. Nadine is fouled on the way up, she'll shoot 2.
Bintou Jem with the foul necessary to stop the rhythm of the Egyptians. And it is a 7-point game as Nadine heads to the free throw line. Coach Ehab calling for an unsportsman foul, but it is a foul according to the referees on the floor.
Senegal must be very, very uncomfortable right now as Egypt looks to bring this back to a 5-point game. Nadine Mohammed, cool and calm under pressure, gets 2 clutch free throws. Yaxine Diop out to Lena Nyang. She'll take that 3-point shot and hit it.
She was born for occurrences like this, and she's delivering at the highest level. 71 for Senegal, 63 for Egypt.
Hagar takes a good look at the hoop, decides to shoot, no good. And Hagar will foul to slow down the momentum. You can see Hagar having words with Coach Elalfi as you see the long pass to Nyang, who never shies away from the big moments. She plays at Temple University, very, very competitive basketball program in Philadelphia, as Amr picks up her 3rd foul. Sar for the long 2. Huge rebound for Sen. Yaxine Diop now on the wing. She's trying to get space. Gets it out to foul. Foul back out to Yaxine Diop. Yes! Yaxine Diop with one of the biggest 3-point shots of this game. Huge, huge, huge for Senegal. And we talked about statement plays. This is your statement play right here. Yaxine Diop has made it rain from the start to the finish.
It is goosebumps for the Senegalese fans who are having an incredible time, and really a thing of beauty for them to see these 2 players who have grown immensely since the 2019 edition in Dakar at home. Nyang and Yaxine Diop growing into those roles and shooting those big threes that have changed the face of this game with 1 minute, 42 seconds to go here as Senegal lead by 11 points. And Egypt are in between a wall and another wall, I should say. It is a very difficult place that they find themselves. They have to look for that 3. They've been desperate. It hasn't been falling in the last 2 minutes. And what do you think they should do? Easy 2 or risk it all with a 3 to change the face of this game?
Well, I think looking at that 11-point lead, if they feel like they have someone with a hot hand, then yes, by all means, take that 3-point shot, but understand that you have to, everyone has to crash the boards. Because if it doesn't fall in, you have to get that second chance opportunity. I personally am a fan of going for the 2 points because you have these are higher percentage shots. So you get the fight for the 2 points, and then you have that you must have that full court pressure. Get those steals to get those easy baskets. El Gadawi, she's gonna try and do this on her own. She thought she was fouled, nothing was called. You can't look for the fouls. Mati foul now. Will kick it out to Diop. Diop to Sar. Sar back to Diop. Foul now, wide open, gets it into Sar. Sar kicks it out to Nyang. Nyang with the shot fake and the dribble J. Lena Nyang. Back-to-back field goals for her. You can feel her energy in this gymnasium. Senegal are smelling blood as Nadine Mohammed still has fight left in her. Farida from downtown, no good. Big rebound from Mati Fall. And Senegal will want to slow things down and try and use the clock as much as possible.
Very good game management there from the Lionesses of Teranga as they look to play down the clock.
Sarr with the shot, Young with the rebound. She bounced it off the leg of Hagar. And with 32 seconds left in this game, we talked about Senegal making sure they get and maintain a lead that doesn't give Egypt any chance of hope in this game. And I think that at the hands of Lena Young, that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Good feed there for Sen from Sarr. Timeout for Egypt. 26.7 seconds to go. And Senegal have a 15-point lead, comfortable from where they sit. And you can say that Egypt did their very best, but Senegal are a very tough opponent.
Let's head down to the floor and listen in on the Egyptian timeout.
لعبوا مع بعض لعبوا مع بعض ضربين عليك اثنين كيك اوت وجاء تاني ايه ده؟ بص الكورة من ايديك هناك هناك العب السبيشل في الكورة اللي تحت نط من بالظبط سلعاوي هنا 3 بونت سلعاوي 3 بونت شوية
Senegal fans delighted with the results of this game and how the tides turned so quickly for les Lions du Senegal. Egypt will now just focus on getting a few baskets. Really, they only have time for one possession here in this game. 22 seconds left here on the clock. Ryder will inbound. Ryder to Amer. Amer, I think she jammed her finger. Sarai Mohammed is looking for space. Almost gets bottled up. Nadine Mohammed with her last attempt for this game. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. And a lot of injuries on the Egyptian side. Unfortunate to see. It's just a testament to the physicality of the basketball at this level. Nadine Mohammed, it was a good look and a good attempt. You can see Hagar shaking her hands in a lot of pain. 7 seconds. And as the game clock winds down, Sen with the last attempt. And that will do it. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Senegal take the victory, 78 to Egypt's 63 points. Much delight of the Senegalese fans. You can see them up there in the stands. What a turnaround for Senegal here in right around 3 minutes to the end of the fourth quarter. But we have to give credit where credit is due. Egypt have put up a phenomenal fight against the #2 team in Africa. Taking a look at some of the statistics there. Egypt, who are not great from the 3 points. Senegal, on the other hand, were quite comfortable, especially supported by the plays of Lena Niang. 46 rebounds for Senegal. Egypt 42, and as usual, Senegal led by the scoring efforts of Yaxine Diop, followed by Lena Niang, who both had 19 points apiece. That was an excellent show from them. I'm sure this fan on your screens right here is absolutely delighted about the outcome of this game.
Well, obviously, looking at how Senegal have run away with this victory, they will be pleased by the way that their team played. The game started off very tightly contested, but that third quarter and the last was very solid as Both teams had their best players checked and under immense pressure to deliver, and deliver they did. The Senegalese, the Lionesses of Teranga, very, very happy with that celebration. And looking at the Egyptians, they will be happy that they challenged that list and the very best that they could have done.
Egypt really did indeed put up a very good fight, Usher, especially Soraya Mohammed, who got the Egyptian side fired up. She finished with a total of 16 points in the game, and she was the top scorer for Egypt. She had 3 rebounds, 4 assists. She was doing her very best to make sure her teammates were involved. Nadine Mohammed, also excellent game from her, 14 points. And she was the top scorer and one of the top scorers for this squad, definitely coming into the fold as one of the faces of the team. As we look at Yeme also getting up on the board, Yeme, who commands the floor so well. You really have to commend her maturity and ability to make sure that Senegal remains calm under pressure, and pressure is definitely what Egypt gave Senegal. I think Egypt should hold their heads high, knowing that they put up a very good fight against Senegal.
Yes, a very big game from Yassine Diop, who registered 19 points, 8 steals, and 6 assists in 34 minutes and 13 seconds of playing time. She has grown in leaps and bounds for this Senegalese team as they qualify for the quarterfinals as number 1 in that group, and will rest for 2 days before lining up once again on this route as they look for their 12th title in the women's AfroBasket.
A well-deserved rest indeed. There you have the standings on your screen. Senegal now with 4 points, leading Egypt and Guinea 2 and 3 respectively. They'll hash it out in the qualification to quarterfinals round. Final score: Egypt, Senegal 78. We'll see you a bit later for the next game here at AfroBasket.